And a good Wednesday, everybody. Today, of course, the 21st of April, 2021. Thanks so much for clicking play, checking out the weather with me today. My name is Jewel, and this is the Weather Channel of J7409. If you haven't subscribed and you're into the weather, please click subscribe, click that bell, check off all to make sure you get all my latest weather videos. I would appreciate it so very much. And click show more, scroll down. If you have any weather pictures that you'd like to share with us, you'll find my email address there. You can send them to. Also, my collaboration partner, Andell Homestead in the Colony. You'll find a link to go check her out. What we're looking at, this is winter weather. This is snow, folks, just for today through tomorrow, through the next 24 hours. You can see we've got a lot, and everybody over on the eastern side of the U.S., most of the major, and when I say major, I mean possibly a foot of snow, is going to be like up in the tip here, northern tip of Maine, where you see the darker red right here, maybe a little of New Hampshire and Vermont. Also, we come on down to New York. It eases up. You see the orange here? You guys could get anywhere from maybe 5, 6, possibly 8, but I'll say 5 to 6 inches. In the yellow, anywhere from, I would say, what it's looking like now. This could change, as you know, like everything else does. This is wild Wednesday weather indeed. In the yellow, you could get 2 to 4 inches of snow. Everybody in the lighter blue, that's limited. It's going to move on through fast, and that goes for all the other areas. You may have a dusting. You may have 1 to 3 inches of snow. That's what it's looking like. Yes, we have the cold temperatures. I told you 3 or 4 days ago it was going to get cold again. And that indeed it has. Maybe it won't last too long, but prepare for the chilly weather for at least today, tonight, and in some areas tomorrow and tomorrow night. So far as severe weather goes, we've got it, folks. I want to show you something before we get to it, though. I want to go over to the NAM map and show you just how fast this system's going to move through. This is the GFS NAM map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. You can see our snow boundary layer right up in here. We'll move it on through. You can see it's going to move through kind of fast, bringing that heavier snow right on up and out as it turns in. This low pressure system just keeps building and building. Watch the blue dotted lines. Now, you can see we're up to tomorrow now. See in western Tennessee where it's going to be chilly willy for today. By tomorrow, this is going to lift. You're going to start to get some of the warmer air coming up from the south. Still cold along the coastlines here, or a lot colder than it has been for many of us. This system moves out. We have another system moving in. But this system up here, as it moves up towards Canada, all my friends up in Canada, look out. You're going to get some of the heavier snow out of this as it progresses on past you and around you in those areas. Now, as we move on across, you can see a little bit more snow coming across from the west. Not a lot, but we do have some severe weather that's going to pop up down south. So let's get to it. Now, for today, you can see what's happening here. We do have strong to severe storms capable. These storms will be capable of gusty, damaging winds, and they're going to be possible today across parts of the mid-Atlantic into parts of New England, as you can see, with the greatest chance up to a 2, looking like parts of Boston, Connecticut, parts of Long Island, New York, a lot of New Jersey, moving down into the Delaware area. Now, there's a marginal risk from northeastern North Carolina through Virginia right on up to the very same areas up into Maine. Other than that, over in Indiana, Illinois, going over to Nevada, California, Utah, this should just be very minor thunderstorms. when they occur, if they do hatch up. But over in this area, more than likely, they are going to. Now, chance of tornadoes are looking at 2% for northern New Jersey, parts of New York, parts of Connecticut, and parts of Massachusetts. When we look for the wind is up. Severe wind from Massachusetts all the way down to around Norfolk, Virginia Beach area in Virginia here, as you can see. And so far as the hail goes, hail all the way from southern Maine down to northeastern North Carolina. This is for today. Be aware of it. Stay safe. By Friday, as I showed you yesterday, it's going to be a severe weather day, folks. It's going to be one of those days you don't mess with these storms. You don't play with these storms. You pay attention to these storms. Wherever you see this black outline, that's significant. That's 100%. You're going to get it. That's going to bring large damaging hail, tornadoes, very high downdraft winds, and very heavy torrential flooding rains. So, this is coming up Friday. Now, outside of the black area, it's still 15% for portions of Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, moving over into Mississippi at a 5% chance, moving as far as Alabama. Now, these storms are going to move easterly by Saturday, but this is Friday. Friday, a severe weather day for parts of Texas and Oklahoma. Now, we've looked at the GFS-NAM map. Now let's look at the European model for severe thunderstorms. You can see I've got this down here for around lunchtime Friday. So we're going to move it up a little bit to the afternoon hours, say around 4 p.m. Look how these storms blow up. Blow up, folks. Dangerous storms right in these areas here of Texas. Also in parts of Oklahoma. They'll move on through, moving towards Louisiana. We'll go to 9 p.m. Friday night. This particular cell right here has a bow in it. Could be producing tornadoes. Not saying it's going to. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't had a chance to do soundings on these storms yet, but they're going to be dangerous storms, folks. 6 a.m. around Saturday morning, you can see this is going to start to move to the east. This system's going to move out to the east. And now we're over in Alabama with some severe thunderstorms around lunchtime and around 9 p.m. By that time, Georgia, South Carolina, southern North Carolina, Mississippi, and the Florida Panhandle will once again be in severe thunderstorm territory. Here's the NDFD map. I'm going to turn it on and let it loop through and let you know exactly what's causing what. I do have it set on Wednesday here at the 12Z run. I will let it loop on through as I tell you what's happening. This active weather today, well, it's going to be associated with an intensifying low pressure system, which is going to move across the central Appalachians into New England through tonight. Now, we do have a swath of wet snow that's expected to expand northeastward near the Canadian border from New York into northern New England through Friday morning. Now, as the storm center passes just to the south, total snowfall amounts 6 to 10 inches are forecast in these areas, with up to a foot, 12 inches possible near the northern tip of Maine. Now, a little further south in the mid-Atlantic to southern New England, some showers and embedded thunderstorms are expected this afternoon, as we've seen, as this cold front moves quickly through the region. Now, in the wake of the developing storm system, unseasonably cold air will continue to surge into the central U.S. toward the eastern U.S. That's going to lead to widespread freeze watches and warnings that cover much of the central, Midwest, and the interior eastern United States. Numerous daily record low temperatures are forecast to be tied or even broken this morning and also tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, as its temperatures dip to below freezing, around 20 to 25 degrees below average for late April. Now, everybody in these areas are encouraged to take preventive measures to mitigate the impacts of sub-freezing temperatures on your vegetation if possible. By Friday, the cold air mass will moderate. As I showed you, it's going to lift with the blue dots. They're going to lift up. The red dots are going to move up, and it's going to moderate as it drifts east, although low temperatures will remain around. Still a little chilly, 10 degrees below normal for the central U.S. in those areas. Now, as we move out to the western sections of the United States, we got a low pressure system. It's going to bring lingering light snow across the central Rockies for the next few days, while another surge of cold air from western Canada reaches the northern Rockies high plains on Thursday. Now, your temperatures will once again tumble, along with a quick burst of snow as a cold front passes through much of Montana by Thursday evening. The snow should move further south into Wyoming by Friday morning. Meanwhile, we have an active weather pattern across southern Florida. That weather pattern that we have had is expected to gradually move offshore as drier air arrives behind the front. Now, the dry air, the windy conditions behind the front are forecast to increase the threat of fire over the Carolinas today. In addition, fire weather threats will be increasing in the desert southwest over the next 3 days as we have a low pressure that deepens to the north. And that's a check of your weather today. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching and everything you do for me, my friends. May each of you have much peace, love, and kindness in your life today and the days ahead. Thanks for watching.